Hello, and welcome to your Sunday service. I'm Heather Martin Cooper, and I'm playing for you today on the Martin Ott organ at my parish, St. Monica in Creve Coeur, Missouri. Today, I'll be playing a partita on At the Lamb's High Feast We Sing by Kenneth Kosche. And each of the 8 movements is rather short. They're each based on one stanza of the hymn. So I'll be playing in this video movements 1, 2, and 3. The first movement is the Chorale, and it's based on the first stanza. At the Lamb's high feast we sing praise to our victorious King. And the composer has indicated a plenum, so I'm playing on the great 8/4/2 and mixture and a trumpet, and then with pedal to balance. The second movement is a Bicinium, which means it's 2 voices, one played in each of the 2 hands, 2 contrapuntal lines. And it's based on another line from the first stanza, praise we him whose love divine gives his sacred blood for wine. Now, what's asked for is an 8-foot principle, in fact, the great 8-foot principle for the melody. And then against that, he's asking for a flute 8 and 1 3/5. On this instrument, the 1 3/5 is on the great, and you can't draw it separate from the 4-foot flute. So I've elected to use the 8-foot flute and the 4-foot flute with the 1 3/5, and then in place of the 8-foot principle on the swell, I've drawn the 4-foot principle and the 4-foot flute together. And I think they make a lovely sort of a sweeter sounding principle when I play it down 1 octave. And we have just enough notes to play what's here. So, the Bicinium. The third movement is marked Pedal Cantus, which means that the chorale melody is played in the pedal. The text for this comes from the 3rd stanza of the hymn. Now no more can death appall, now no more the grave enthrall. And the composer is asking for 8 and 2 in the manual. He has in parentheses 1 foot or a 3. So I'm using the 8 and 2-foot principles on the swell, and then for the 8-foot pedal, just to show you a possibility, I'm using the 8-foot trumpet for this. In the video description below, there's a link where you can click and purchase this music if you'd like to own it. It's a very nice little piece and useful for Easter Day or any time during the Easter season. Could also be useful for a recital. Partitas are good for that because you can show off a lot of different colors on really any size organ. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, Your Sunday Service, and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified when new videos come out. There will be more videos for the remaining movements of this piece. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and I thank you very much.